Hello everyone. So we are discussing chapter data handling of class 7. In last video, I have already explained you one example of bar graph. Okay, that was simple bar graph. And today we are going to discuss the sum based on that example. And this is your question 3. All right. Okay. So here number of children in 6 different classes. So in 6 different classes, the number of children are given. Represent the data on a bar graph. Now listen, whenever you read your question, in that you will get different numbers of things. Like here you will get heading of your graph. As I told you earlier, the heading for the graph is really very important. Okay, so how can you give the heading? Graph showing number of children in 6 different classes. Okay, this is what the heading will be. So whenever you read your question, your heading will be given in your question itself. So read the sum properly. So your heading will be number of children in 6 different classes. All right, now let's go ahead. Here they have given classes, and here they have given number of children. So naturally, this is your qualitative information. So this will come on x-axis, and this is your numbers. So that is quantitative information. So this will come on y-axis. All right. And then there are rest of the questions that we'll see later on. First, let's understand the graph paper. Okay. Now let's go to the graph paper. See, this is your graph paper. All right. This is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. The first thing is to give heading. So we'll just give heading number of children in 6 different classes. So graph showing number of children in 6 different classes. Let's go buff. Okay. So here your heading will be number of children, graph showing number of children in 6 different classes, right? And then you will write scale. Now let's decide scale. As I told you earlier, for scale we need to find out the higher value. First we'll see the lower value. The lowest value here is 80, right? And the highest value we can go up to is 135. Now the nearest value here would be 150. Okay, if you go by zeros, if you round off this figure, so it would be 140 or 150. Now you need to decide that which number you would select so that it can fit in your graph paper also, and it can give you the better number so that you can plot your given numbers properly. See, here if you see my graph, this is kind of small graph. Okay, it's not as big as you people are having, right? So I'll be trying to select such a number that would fit in my graph. All right. Okay, so let me show you here like this. Now the lowest number is 80, but I know that I can start from 0, but then which gap I should take? And the highest is 135. So what I have decided is I will take 1 centimeter is equal to 25 students. Okay, 25 students. So that it will become like this. See, this will be my 0. This will be the 0. Okay. And I have decided to take 25 units, 25 students. So 1 unit is equal to, that is 1 box is equal to 25. Then I need to keep the same number, the same gap. So 25 plus 25, 50, right? Let me just try writing like this. So 25, 50, and after 50, 50 plus 25, 75, right? Then it will be 75 plus 25, it would be 100, then it would be 125, then here it is 150. So we are done with, because the maximum number I need to reach is 130, and that's what we are done with. 150 is here. All right, see here, because I have less space, I'll just draw few of them so that you get idea. Now coming to the x-axis. X-axis are standards, that is classes. Okay, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and so on. So I'll just write down here, it is 5th. I'll just leave one gap and then I'll write 6th. Again, I'll leave one gap and I'll write 7th. Okay? See, this is how you need to do. If you leave one gap, one box of gap, then that's how you need to do. See, this is one gap, this is another gap, one box, this is another box you leave, and this is another box you leave, and then so on. All right? So this is how you continue. Now let's write down. Let's plot our data. 5th standard 135. Okay. So if I draw this 5th standard, it is 135. Now see, before we go ahead, we need to find out what would be the value of this one smaller unit. Okay. So if 10 boxes makes, see, if your 10 boxes is equal to 25 students, then one small box, that is one small unit, is equal to how much? So you can just write 25 divided by 10, that would give you 2.5. So one small box gives you 2.5. All right. So let's start plotting the data. 135 for 5th, it is 135. So I will go 125. Then after 125, let me just draw it here. 125. Then 1 is 2.5. 2.5. This 1 is 2.5. All right. And this is 2.5. All right. So this would be your 5. Okay. So this will give you 5. So this is 130. So after 125, 2.5, 2.5. So 2 boxes will give you 5. And that would give you 130, because 125 plus 1 plus 5, that would give you 130. So this is how you draw it here. All right. And then you will draw like this. Here you will take this, and here you will take, and it would be here. All right. So this is your 5th class, right? 130. Now next number, 6th is 120. So your 6th class, this box will be 120. So again, this would give me, see, I'll take a pencil. So the 6th class is here and 120. Okay. So 100, 105, 110, 120. Okay. In 6th class, it is 120. So here I would draw my line. See why I'm taking 2.5? Because one small box is 2.5. So after 100, 2 boxes gives me 5. So 105. Again 2 boxes gives me 5. So 110. Again 2 boxes give me 5. So 115. And then one more, 120. Okay. And your number is 120. So this is how it is. Okay. So 5, 10, 15 and 20. Here it would come. right? So it should be here. This is how your number would come. Let me erase this line so that there won't be any confusion. Okay, let's draw again. Just a minute, hold on. So here it would be your line. Okay, and now we will draw this vertical line. So it would be like this. So this is your sixth, and here it would be, so this is your sixth standard. Okay, so I'm just drawing two graph here right now. I just wanted to show you that this is how you can draw. This is how you can take the scale. If your graph paper is bigger enough, you can take 10 scale also, means 1 unit is equal to this whole 1 centimeter is equal to 10, so that one single unit would come one student, and then accordingly you can find out. All right, if you can see here, I have left one box here and I have also left one box here, so that it should be uniform length. Okay, it should be of uniform length. So this is how you can show your graph. Here you need to write down, okay, that students, these are the classes. So I'll just write down here classes, 5th class, 6th class, and so on. Okay, and this is number of children. Okay, so here you can write number of children. All right, okay, so this is how it is. Based on this data, we need to give answers. So let's give the answers. See, how would you choose the data? We will just write the answer like this, that the lowest number is 80 and the highest number is 135. So 1 unit is equal to 25 children, right? Or you can say 1 unit is equal to 10 children. Okay, whatever comfortable to you, means the kind of paper available to you. Then second question is, answer the following questions. Which class has the maximum number of students? So 5th class has the maximum number of students. Looking at the graph itself, we can say that, see here, I'll just highlight it for you. See, this is your 5th class. So I'll just highlight it for you here. All right. So you can say that rest all the classes, they have less, the height of the bars are less than this. So this has the maximum number of children, and minimum, we can see that last one, that is 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. 10th class has the minimum number of students, and that's why we can see that this graph is, this bar is of less height than other bars. Find the ratio. Next question is, find the ratio of class 6 to 7, class 6 to 8. So class 6th is 120. So we'll just write 120. And class 8th is 100. So we will just write 100 here. Okay. And if you solve this, 25s are and 26s are. So the ratio is 6:5. All right. So this is how you can give the answer. You cannot see it here because see, this is your heading. This they have written the scale. Okay. This is your y-axis, you need to mention it here, y-axis. This is your x-axis, so you need to mention it here as well. Here also you will write down number of children, and here you will write down class. Okay, so all these informations are very important and they should be mentioned on the graph. All right, so this is how you can solve question 3 of this exercise. In the next question, we will see you in the next video with the next question of this textbook. Till then, goodbye.